guy right over there. This is your Padded Room Podcast. My name is Darian. I am back for another week of horror bullshit coming just for you. I do this just for you people. My main man Buddy is here. What's up, buddy?
Oh, you know, it's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. You're correct about that.
It's almost halfway to Halloween.
I think the start of April is actually halfway to Halloween.
Start of April? I thought it was April, like tomorrow.
I don't know what I thought. Just figured the whole month of April.
Oh.
I don't care. It doesn't really matter anymore. No, it doesn't.
And I'm excited to hear that Halloween is on a Friday night. That was pretty cool.
It is. I'm excited for that. We got to do something, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Where's the parties at now? We have no heralds here anymore to put on the big bash.
Yeah.
I'll probably take the kids trick or treating, get drunk while I do. This neighborhood is a block party, bro.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, everybody's handing out shots and White Claws and beers as you go. So you get hammered on Halloween. Fireball. Yeah, dude. It's good times. So you're welcome to come join me for trick or treating.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe this year the kids are old enough. I don't think they need me anymore. What I was thinking I might do, dig this. I'm going to set up a fire pit out in the driveway.
Okay.
I'm going to close the garage door. And then what I was thinking is I have that outdoor projector and the big speaker.
Oh, yeah.
I would show Night of the Living Dead against the garage.
Ooh.
And just hand out candy from the driveway.
Okay.
Does that ruin it for you or what? I feel like you need to go up and ring the doorbell. Just see the weird guy in the driveway. It's kind of takes something away.
Got to find a way to scare the kids.
That's where you come in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. You're just a scary guy. So, you want some candy? What I need you to do is roll up in a white van.
Get your horror candy.
That's right.
Like bloody handprints all over
That's right. You just stand out there with a bag. Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, what was that one? That phone movie with... I can't even remember his name.
The phone movie? Oh, Black Phone.
Black Phone.
With Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the black balloons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be creepy.
That would. Get the mask. He had a cool mask.
Yeah, he
did.
did.
It was like a sectional thing.
Uh-huh.
That thing was pretty cool. Get that. Nobody's going to fucking take your candy.
Nobody's going to stop by the house.
They'll probably call the cops on you before 6:30.
Right? Want to see a magic trick?
Oh, that guy's scary. All right, man. Well, we got a horror show to get into here. We got No Dusty this week. He is in, I believe, Dallas, Texas. He was sending us pictures from the grassy knoll where Kennedy was killed.
Oh.
Yeah. Weirdo. I don't know what he's doing there.
Digging him up?
Probably, maybe reenacting some...
Yeah, reenacting it, yeah.
I don't know what he's into, man. I don't really know Dusty that well, be honest with you.
rubbing around on it, rolling on the grass like naked or something.
I don't know what he's doing, dude. Well, we got that notwithstanding, we have a horror show to get into.
Oh yeah.
How about some horror news, you fucker?
Yeah.
Horror news.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Megan is coming to Steelbook 4K UHD ahead of the sequel release in June. June 24th, Steelbook 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital just in time before Megan 2.0's theatrical release on June 27th, 3 days before.
Saw the trailer for Megan 2.0. I'm interested. It does not look like a horror movie to me.
No, it doesn't.
Looks more like a sci-fi action. What was that? Not Robot Jocks. The one where the robot, your box with the robots. What is that?
Oh,
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Rock'em Sock'em. No,
but that's kind of what it reminded me
Robo
of.
Boxers.
I can't remember the name of that.
Me neither. It was a good show,
Yeah,
but that's basically what Megan 2.0 is.
Yeah, just not in a ring.
No. And with oddly attractive adolescent girl robots.
And why do we have to root for the bad guy all of a sudden?
I know.
It's like, oh, Megan's going to be a good girl.
Now she's
like,
hunting down other robots. All right.
Yeah.
I get it.
But yeah, both PG-13 theatrical version and the unrated cut of the 22 film are included in this.
Seen both. Couldn't tell you the difference.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd like to see something that would just show what was changed with a quick
give me like
director cut on it.
Yeah, give me like the quick little deleted scenes. That's
Instead of
all
watching the whole movie and be like,
I can't
think
tell
that
you.
was the same.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like the exact same movie to me.
Yeah. Cool thing, Netflix is playing 30-plus Hitchcock movies in a 35mm at New York's Paris Theater, including Psycho.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if you're able to go out there and check that out, that'll be pretty awesome. And because Netflix, they don't stream that old stuff.
No.
One is the series Hitch, which is original cinema influencer, will run May 16th to June 29th at the Paris Theater, which Netflix purchased in 2019. So the films range from Hitchcock's early works such as Blackmail to enduring hits such as Psycho and The Birds.
Okay, I'm down. I wouldn't be able to watch all 30. You'd probably have to quit your job.
Oh, man.
I don't know how you
I
swing
don't know if
that.
it's one a day or if it's like multiple, like
maybe
5 a day.
Double feature every night for a month.
Double feature every night, yeah.
Forget it.
Right? Well, that's all I got. What do you got?
Dude. Have you seen a movie called The House on Sorority Row?
Sounds very familiar.
Slasher from the early 80s. You can do the math on this one. It's about a sorority house where the sisters are getting butchered.
Oh.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking, I know.
Wow.
It was remade in 2008 by a guy named Josh Stolberg, and he is now teasing a sequel to the remake.
A sequel to the remake.
The remake was entitled Sorority Row.
How did it do compared to the original?
I'll be honest with you, I like the remake better.
Okay.
The original had some very silly psychedelic disco stuff going on, and the entire plot twist with who the killer was and why he was killing the girls didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
In the remake, it kind of does a nice update and, makes things make a lot more sense, I guess. So, cool. And it was some really hot chicks in that one.
All right.
So look for that if you liked Sorority Row. Now, this is something that's going to blow your mind here, buddy.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Ooh.
We got a new Predator movie coming out,
Yeah.
Predator Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie Fanning is in it. And this has been confirmed. Don't look at me like this. I'm telling you right now, this is rock solid, groundbreaking news right here. Ellie Fanning is in Predator Badlands, and she is playing, are you ready for this? A Weyland-Yutani synth.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Which means, buddy, this Predator Badlands could very well cross into Alien.
Mm-hmm.
What the what? Are you kidding me?
Another one that ties into it.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into it. Can't be any worse than Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
Right.
Because that was garbage. Trailers are out for Fear Street Prom Queen.
Oh, okay. Yes.
It looks interesting.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it because I like the others.
Yeah. I would like a physical release on the first 3. Mm-hmm. I can go to my guy on Etsy. He can make a fun little jacket combo for me. You know what I'm saying? Where he puts it in a box and makes it look professional. But I know it's not.
Right.
There's no bonus features.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want a physical copy, it can happen. Cool. I'm into it.
Yes.
I was always intrigued about the prom queen and what her deal was. Mm-hmm. So hopefully this doesn't suck. Cinderella body horror movie entitled The Ugly Stepsister is going to hit Shudder next month. Now, this is not part of the Pooniverse, so take that off the plate. Away. Yeah. It's a body horror movie.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
All right.
Maybe she's got a virus and it turns her into a pumpkin at midnight or something. I'm reaching.
Yeah.
I'm reaching
If
out.
she doesn't make it, something explodes.
But yeah, I've had about enough of exploding people, to be honest with you. Lastly, Meta Horizon is adding a horror-themed experience entitled Bloomhouse Horrorverse.
All right.
May 22nd. Now, Meta Horizon, of course, is the virtual reality headset. Some of that shit gets pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a couple of little short films you can watch on that thing.
Ooh.
It's yeah. Don't make sure you clear out all the furniture in the room because you just might take off running.
Yeah.
You got you pretty involved there, buddy.
So, in other words, find a way to strap onto a treadmill.
Just have people hold you down.
Oh, okay.
I think is the best way to go. I'm into it. There's no price tag or anything. I'm sure if it's Bloomhouse, it's going to cost something.
Yeah.
So
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm into it. Well, we'll have to try it out when it comes out. I got a Meta Horizon, so we can strap that thing on.
Nice.
That's all we're strapping on, though, buddy.
Oh, damn.
That's it. Nope, that's it.
not-
Nope, no. No means no. All right, man. How about some listener mail, then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Listener mail.
All right, no emails this week, but we do have a voicemail or two.
Okay.
Why don't we kick things off with our main man, Alan,
Hey, what's going on, Alan?
all the way from funky Alabama.
Yeah.
See what he has to say.
Pat, how's it going?
What's up, dude?
Meat Hooks movies. Number 3, New Kids. Number 2, The
You
Fun
kids.
House. And number 1, Last Shift. Mr. Darian,
Yes.
are you
I think he's got the hiccups.
afraid of the dark?
I am.
That's something afraid of the dark.
Yeah,
But
don't be
I
afraid
got-
of the dark.
Good. Talk to you later.
Beautiful. Hope you feel better, Alan.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with you.
Hold
Maybe-
your breath.
Yeah, maybe it's my phone. I don't know. No, it's not doing it now. Okay. You got me, dude. I am Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. You ever seen that one?
It's been a while.
It's a kid's movie. Yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's a kid's movie. It's about the little guys. First they're scared of them, then once they make friends with them, then they're okay.
Okay. Not what I was thinking.
Big creepy house.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's that. Right on, Alan. Let's get down to Southern California. Here comes Mr. Tom Hardy.
Hey, Tom Hardy.
Hey-yo!
Hey, padded room. How's my favorite degenerates this week?
Hey, we're here.
Good.
Do hope everyone is doing well.
Yeah.
Want to get in real quick. I actually had some horror news.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
2 bits. And,
Okay.
What you got?
you guys probably already picked them up, but in case you missed them, hey, Warren Zevon is getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's kind of pointless at this point.
It's true.
Seems like that. But
It's mostly
for Warren
hip-hop.
Zevon, I'm fucking happy for
Me
him.
too. I like that guy.
Got some good dark tunes, even though they might have like a happy poppy tinge to them. Pretty good shit. Anyway, happy for him.
Me too.
On
Right
the
on.
sad news, though, I'm not sure if you guys have seen that Laura Park, the
Tina.
main chick in Friday the 13th Part 7,
Yes, sir.
died
Yeah.
sometime last week.
Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate. I don't really know much about her. I remember her from that.
Yeah.
But something that did make me like her is that she actually did a, I don't want to call it a fan film, but a,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
a unofficial Friday the 13th
Yeah.
sequel to that. It's on YouTube. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but
That's
it
always
wasn't
cool
great,
when they
but,
do that.
whatever. All right. Moving on to the regular shit. On the educating department, I gotcha. It's got to be Pan's Labyrinth.
You nailed it.
Man, let's keep this up. Man, get the streak
Let's go.
going here. As far as the Terror Dome, the Meat Hooks.
Yes,
the
sir.
Meat Hooks, the Florida fucking thing.
Yeah.
Gotta
What you
say,
got?
Darren, you got some weird fucking categories you're coming up with. recently. Florida, in some manner, got to be connected to Florida.
I
in
mean,
some fucking
I'm willing to accept
So,
some.
all right, top 3
Liberties.
some manner connected to Florida flicks.
Yeah.
For number 3, I got to agree with you, Jeepers Creepers.
Okay.
Good flick, man.
I like The Creeper.
I love The Creeper.
Me too.
I remember seeing it and thinking, man, this is like the most innovative or cool new monster that we've seen in a while. Like everything else is a vampire, a werewolf, or a serial killer, but this is like its own thing. It's got its own mythology. Its own.
Yeah.
And then, that piece of shit fucking Salva, but you're right. You got to separate the art from the artist, but So put me down for number 3 there. Number 2's got to be fucking Tobe Hooper's Funhouse. Come on, man.
Okay,
that was filmed there.
I didn't realize that was a Florida movie.
That was fun. And number 1's got to be fucking Scream. If you don't know, the writer Kevin Williamson was inspired by, I believe it was the Gainesville Ripper.
Yeah.
Somebody that was breaking into houses.
Sure.
Fucking killing people. So.
That's a bit of a reach there, Tom Hardy. Florida-inspired horror movies. Okay, well, if you're going to go that route, I guess you could say anything with an alligator in it, right? I don't know, man. Hey, I'm not one to disparage, though, Tom Hardy. You want to go with Scream, you go right ahead. I don't care. He got GP'd, but he did call back, as he always does.
G motherfucking.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. As I was saying, so that was inspired by the Gainesville Ripper, which took place in Florida, so that's your fucking Florida connection. I wonder what you're coming up with this week, man.
Yeah, I wonder.
Anyway, on the What Are You Looking At department, I did want to just real quick, I realized after I got off the phone, after I fucking was listening to your episode, that I didn't finish my thoughts on that Adrian Brody, Dario Argento flick Giallo. And that was, don't watch it, man. It's not that fucking good.
Okay. I agree.
And continuing on that, I saw Dario Argento's 2000-something flick called Sleepless.
I heard nothing good about this one.
It is a Giallo this time around. I saw it in Italian with English subtitles. I don't know if there's another way to watch it, but it was free on Tubi.
Oh, okay.
Not one of his better ones.
That's what I heard.
There you go. We got that.
Okay.
Did catch Mario Bava's Bay of Blood.
That's a good one.
Always a fun little walk there.
I like that one.
Fucking what are you getting? And then I caught Suspiria again. I fucking couldn't find it anywhere. I went down to the fucking used record store, what have you, and I found a copy, man.
Nice.
Wow.
A 2-disc set with
I got her on Blu-ray around here
special
somewhere.
features, but I don't know. The special features I didn't think were all that interesting. They weren't all that great. But
okay.
Anyway, I did catch that. Fun times, good shit. And then there was one I did catch that was not an Italian horror flick, and that's this movie called Here for Blood.
Huh.
And I got to say, not bad.
Okay.
I think the man with the biggest balls in Australia, Tim, and he who cha-chas behind the rose, Alan, would appreciate this one because it's kind of wrestling-based, amateur WWF-style wrestler.
Okay.
Gets stuck babysitting a kid, and fucking insanity ensues.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Kind of has a bit of Evil Dead feel to it, though.
Wow.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was good. You're in the mood for something a little bit different. A little comedy in there, but still fucking a horror flick. Give it a shot. Here for Blood.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all I got. Hope all is well. Love you like family. Bye now.
Love you too, Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in, big guy.
All right.
Here for Blood. It's been a while since we've had a decent wrestling-based horror movie.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think we've ever had a decent wrestling-based. I don't think there are any wrestling-based horror movies. I just figured out what our meat hook for the week is, though. Wrestling-based horror movies. I'm kidding. Buddy just shot me a look like he was going to stab me in the neck. Are you serious? Wrestling-based horror movies? It sounds interesting, though. I'm willing to check it out. There was one horror movie. It came out early 2000s. I think it had like Rey Mysterio in it. And it was about like luchador killers or a ghost luchador or something like that. I don't remember what it was called. I remember it being kind of silly, but oh yeah, look at that guy. Here for Blood. Yeah, he looks like a wrestler too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to put you in a headlock. All right, my man. You got anything for Ellen or Tom Hardy?
Thanks, you guys, for calling in.
Absolutely. Let's get down to business here, shall we?
Yeah.
I just want you all to know how much it means to us that you're all here.
Thanks to Mom and Dad.
Beautiful.
Just a perfect day.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for Thy food, and help us to do our part with kind words and loving deeds.
Amen.
When it gets dark, we go home. What is that?
I don't see anyone.
Why would anybody do this? They've been watching us for days. This wasn't a random attack.
Your next, buddy, from 2011. This one got 6.6 stars on IMDb. Written by Simon Barrett, directed by Adam Wingard, starring Sharni Vinson, A.J. Bowen, and Barbara Crampton. And if you'll look just behind you on the floor, in that basket on the floor, you'll see the wolf mask.
Oh, yeah.
Which is signed by Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett. Couple of studs those guys are. Right on, dude. This is a bad motherfucker here, buddy.
Yeah, it is.
I would say this is probably top 2 home invasion movies. Number 2 probably being, but it might be number 1. Number 2 probably The Strangers. Off the top of my head, if I had to put me on the spot and make a 3 on the meat hook of home invasion movies, I'd probably go You're Next, The Strangers, and then maybe The Purge, the first Purge. Or maybe that, what is that? He Knows You're Alone? That one with Carol Kane where he calls, "Have you checked the children?"
Oh, yeah.
The sad part about that movie, not to go off on a rant, but the sad part about that movie is that sequence is like the first 15 minutes of the movie. After that, it turns into a big, fat, stupid cop drama. Nah, all right, not about that there, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't want to go off on a rant here. This is a good movie, dude. It's you've probably seen it. It's from 2011. It's cool because Adam Wingard has developed, at this point in his career, this Rob Zombie-esque family of actors that you see popping up repeatedly throughout his work. We're gonna start right off the bat with a less than attractive sex scene between a overweight Larry Fessenden and our very own Caitlin Schell from Sun Don't Shine.
Right.
Who I think is hot in this movie.
She's better looking.
She's hot in this movie, buddy.
Hot, but
No, I don't. Come on now. She's got her shirt
I
open.
still have bad taste in my mouth from the last movie.
That's fair. That is fair. She was pretty skankified in Sun Don't Shine, but she apparently is a some kind of a college student or something in this movie, and she looks good, and she's getting pounded by Larry Fessenden, and I'm 99% sure I saw a nipple in there somewhere.
It's possible.
So that she had like a loose shirt going on, and Larry's on top of her, moaning and groaning, and she does not look impressed.
No.
Or happy with her life
She
situation.
looked like she was just waiting for it to be over.
Just get off me.
Yeah. Hurry up and finish.
Much like my wife. Every Sunday night, just get off of me, you fat bastard. Are you done yet? He gets off her. She gets up and makes herself a cocktail. He hops in the shower, and she starts looking around. They're in some kind of a secluded... It's not a cabin in the woods, but it is in the woods, and it seems like a nice house. But she
a lot of property around it.
Yeah, she starts the repeat on the disc changer CD thing. You know, this was back when we had CD players. Dude, I got a coworker. She's 28. Has no idea what a CD is.
Oh my god!
You fucking bitch! How dare you? How dare you? Not know what I know what a cassette tape is.
I know what an 8-track is.
I know what an 8-track is. I never had one, but I know
do.
what one is. You're not that much older than me, you shit.
Yeah, but I had one. I had it in the garage.
Good for you. She hits the repeat on one song that I'll be playing at the break here, and this lets it go, and then she walks outside and something happens. Inside, Larry's getting out of the shower and toweling off, and we get to see a lot more of Larry than I wanted to, because he's half naked and he's walking around. He looks out the window and he sees the word "You're next" written in blood across the sliding glass door. He's like, what the hell? And then he takes a couple steps closer and he realizes his lady friend is dead right outside there. And then we cut to the opening credits.
Yeah.
Very cool. We are about 5 minutes into this movie. We already have 2 dead bodies. Buddy.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Already.
Now we're going to cut to a post-retirement couple. They're not elderly, but they are post-retirement. And they're driving to their new home. Well, I guess it's like a vacation home out in this similar area of where these 2 murders took place. And they're getting ready for a big family gathering because it's their wedding anniversary. I think they said 35 years. And they're going to have all their kids back to this big house for a big celebration. They're now adult kids and their spouses, and that's great. And it's going to be a big party and a great time. We're going to meet these 2. It's we're just going to call them Mom and Dad because I didn't get their actual names.
Yeah.
Now, this movie marked the... I guess you could call it the comeback of Barbara Crampton.
Yeah.
Because she took like a 25-year hiatus where she was doing like a couple of guest spots on soap operas and some commercials and no major movies. And then she landed this, and then she blew right back up.
Yeah.
And now she's, we see her in every third horror movie, which is great. Even when she's just doing little cameos here and there.
Yeah, it's great having her on.
She's here. She's playing Mom. Dad is there. Very cool. They get to the house. Mom's a little sentimental. We'll call her sentimental.
Yeah.
You know, she gets to the house. The front door is wide open. It's a big, huge house too. Looks like the house from Clue.
Yeah.
On the inside. That's pretty creepy. They get in there. Everything's covered in sheets. They don't live in this house full time. It's like a vacation home or something. So she starts peeling the sheets back off of everything. At one point, Dad does ask her if she's taken her medication, as if to say that there possibly may be some kind of psychological ailments of some sort. And she's like, well, yeah, I think I did. I don't remember. And then she thinks she hears something upstairs. So now everybody's running around trying to figure out if there's somebody in there. Cut to just down the road, our first kid is showing up. This is going to be Crispin, played by A.J. Bowen.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend, what was her name? I don't remember. God damn it. She's played by Sharni Vinson. I believe her name was Kelly, maybe, or something. Hold on. Don't judge me. I'm looking. Her name was actually goddamn Erin. It was Erin.
Oh.
Her name is Erin. It's Crispin and Erin. They're the first to arrive. They get there. Everybody's so happy to see him. Off the bat, we get... I guess Crispin is supposed to be about 10 years older than Erin. And there's a little bit of a...
Teacher-student.
We'll get into that here in a second there, buddy. Maybe a little inappropriate going on. But she's probably... I would say mid-20s, right?
Yeah.
And he's probably mid-30s,
Yeah.
so it's not anything against the law.
No.
No statutory business here. Whatever, dude. They get in there. Mom and Dad are happy to see him. They bed down for the night. Everything's cool. Wake up the next morning. The next of the siblings has arrived. It's fucking Swanberg, buddy.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, I still want to punch his stupid face and his big giant forehead.
Yes.
I don't know why. Well, in this movie, he plays a right prick.
Yeah, he does.
He's kind of
a
funny.
suck up.
He's kind of funny, though.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick a favorite sibling here, it would probably be Drake.
Just because for a short period of time.
He's
After a while,
just such a cocksucker.
Yeah. For a short period of time, it's like, yeah. And then it's like, are you serious?
He just can't keep himself from making these stupid little passive-aggressive remarks.
My gosh.
You just gotta hate this fucking guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when the shit is going down and he's still, oh, God, you fucking, I run faster than everybody, but I got an arrow. Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he shows up with his wife, Kelly. You can tell he's a prick because as soon as Crispin comes down from the bedroom, he starts trying to rough him up and put him in a headlock and slap him around and stuff.
Yeah.
He's clearly the big brother of this relationship.
Like an older brother should.
Yeah, and Crispin's like, hey, fuck off, man, quit touching me, leave me alone. And Aaron and the other wife, Kelly, are kind of getting a little chuckle out of this, but you could tell Crispin is like, hey, fuck off, or I'm going to punch you right in your stupid face.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this. See, this is one of the joys of being an only child.
Right.
I don't have to deal with this.
Yep.
When my wife's brother and sister come over, it starts from the moment they walk in the front door. Oh, I see you haven't cleaned this little thing up yet. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see you're still a bitch.
Oh, yeah. It's entertaining. You can almost sit back and just watch.
Oh, I love it. I'll just kind of poke and prod every now and then, get them back to.
Hey, didn't you say this the other day?
Hey, did you hear that somebody got ripped off with tax evasion? Oh, yeah. I love it, man. All right. Anyway, it's kind of shitty, but it's the way you'd expect adult siblings that never really got along to interact. Mm-hmm. We are going to mention that this is kind of a joint party because not only is it Mom and Dad's wedding anniversary, but it's also Dad's big retirement party. Mm-hmm. He's retiring from the KPG Corporation, buddy.
KPG.
It pops up in every single Adam Wingard movie. Mm-hmm. There's some little nod or mention or... In that shitty Blair Witch movie, when they used the drone, they had the KPG logo at the bottom. Mm-hmm. In The Guest, the people that were trying to hunt down Dan Stevens were from the KPG Corporation.
He's trying to get it out there.
I want to see a full KPG movie at some point. I want to know what this shit is all about. Mm-hmm. Anyway, more little pokes and prods and digs. It gets very passive-aggressive. At one point, it's mentioned that Crispin is kind of financially unstable at the moment. I guess he's some kind of college professor, and he's trying to get some grant, but it's not working out because none of his papers got published or something to that effect. So he might be here to hit up Dad in a weird way or maybe try to squeeze a little money out of the situation. Will come into play later. Drake is... he's got a hot wife, and he tries to get on her at one point. He gets her bra off while she's popping zits in the mirror. Yeah. Now, I'm a horny guy, buddy, and I'll bang my wife pretty much anytime she says, unless I just got done banging her. Then I need at least a good 10 minutes to cool down. But I feel like if that while you're popping zits in the mirror...
It's not go time.
I can wait till you're done.
Yeah.
You take care of that and, straighten yourself out, then we'll get it on.
If you're brushing your teeth, it's business time.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll get down during a teeth brushing. But she's full on squeezing, getting the whiteheads out. Oh! That grossed me out. But he gets her bra off, and we get to see her boobies there for a hot second. She's got a nice rack on her. Excellent. Now it's getting later in the night. The other two siblings show up. We have a younger brother, Felix, and his girlfriend, C, who looks like a C.
Or Z.
Was it C or Z? I thought it was C.
Z-E-E.
Z? I thought it was C-E-E. I don't think it matters. It's either C or Z. And then we're going to meet the younger sister, Amy, who played by Amy Seimetz, who we'll know as the main girl from A Horrible Way to Die. She looks much better in this one, not nearly as depressing. And her boyfriend, Tariq, who's played by Ty West. We sit down for the big dinner. Everything's going cool. Of course, Drake and Crispin are already taking little shots at each other. Eventually, the full-on argument ensues. Drake asks Crispin about how he met Erin, and he's like, oh, well, she was my teacher's assistant for a little while, but not anymore because it's inappropriate. And Drake's like, yeah, super inappropriate and unprofessional. And Crispin's like, what? What did you say to me? And here comes all the yapping and snapping, and Mom's going, okay, everybody calm down. No, you tell him to calm down. Oh, he's being a bitch. No, you're being a bitch. No, everybody just calm down. We're not going to do... In the midst of all this fucking bullshit, Tariq just stands up and walks over to the window because I guess he thought he saw something, and boom! Arrow to the head.
Yeah.
Crossbow bolt. Now, there's some kind of subtext here. It's supposed to be a fun little wink and nod, I believe, because Ty West makes horror movies, and I believe he was like critically panned by a website called Arrow to the Head. So I think this was like an FU to them for just a big FU.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. There's some kind of subtext to this. But, oh shit, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Tariq's got a crossbow bolt in his head, and now...
And nobody notices it for 30 seconds.
He staggers. Well, everybody's too busy yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Because they hate each other, buddy. That's the best part. He staggers around for a few minutes, then hits the ground, and then here comes a volley of crossbow bolts through the window. Gish, 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 gish. One is headed towards Mom, but Drake jumps in front of her and catches it in the back and goes down. Everybody else ducks for cover. Now, this is where we're going to start to realize that Erin is some kind of a fucking outback commando.
Right.
She is a hard Australian young lady. We'll get more into her backstory as we go, but she's got this shit locked down. She's like, okay, they're shooting from this window. As long as they can't see us, we'll be okay. So she hands everybody a chair, and they all kind of use it to cover their face as they run past the window and use it like as floating cover, which is great. And that's how everybody gets past the window. So they make it out of the dining room into the the entryway, which is good. Oh, everybody's freaking out. They all try to call for help. Nobody's cell phone works, and Felix is like, well, they're obviously using cell phone blockers. You can get them off the internet for $30. And Drake is like, you're such a fucking lowlife. He's like, why am I a lowlife? I'm trying to help. See, that's why you gotta love Drake, man.
That's right.
He is slowly bleeding out on the carpet, but he still has the energy to tell his fucking brother and sister what pieces of shit they are.
Right.
I love it. Everything's good. We're all safe for now, except for Tariq, who's dead, and Drake, who's got a bolt in his back, in the entryway. Again, we're all freaking out. We can't use our cell phones. We come to the conclusion that one of us should probably try to get inside a car and drive to go get help. Makes perfect sense. So who can run the fastest here? Drake immediately says, I can run the fastest, but I got a bolt in my back. Everybody says, no, you can't, you slow fat bastard. So Amy eventually steps up. She's like, I'm the fastest. I ran track in high school. So we come to the ingenious idea that what we're going to do is she's going to come full speed at the front door. Dad and Felix are going to open the door at the last possible second, and she's going to fly right out the door. They won't expect her. They won't see her because they won't know that the door is open. And she'll make it to the car, get in, drive off to go get help. Excellent plan.
Yeah.
Stroke of genius.
Sure.
So here she goes. She's up. She's firing on all cylinders. She's stretching out. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, go. She takes off like a bolt. 2, they open the door. 3, she goes through the door. Oh, shit. razor wire across the front door entryway.
Neck level.
Catches her right in the neck. Bam! Clotheslines her. Slits her throat wide open. They drag her back inside, and she's dead in about 30 seconds. That's nasty. Mm-hmm. That is absolutely
At least she
nasty.
went out quick.
Yeah. I mean, you got that going for you, because not a lot of people die easy in this movie.
No.
In fact, I think Tariq probably had the easiest death. Right to the forehead, you're done. All right, anyway. Now everybody's freaking out again. Oh, shit, what are we going to do? Mom's having a full-on panic attack, so we decide Dad's going to take her upstairs. She's going to lay down for a second. That'll calm her down. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Take her upstairs, get her in bed. She's having a full-on panic attack. What the hell? Dad comes back downstairs to try to get a plan together. While that happens, out from the bedroom closet pops one of our home invaders, and this is where we actually get to see these
under
guys.
the bed.
Oh, under the bed, you're right.
Yeah.
We actually get to see these guys. They are in full-on black-on-black tactical gear with these silly animal masks covering their faces.
A lamb?
Lamb, wolf, and I think a lion, was it?
A lion or a rabbit?
Might have been a rabbit. Hold on, I'll check. You had tiger.
Oh, it's a
Tiger, fox, and lamb. I thought that was a wolf. All right, well, there you have it.
All right,
I guess
there
that's
it is.
supposed to be a fox then. Whatever. Comes out with a machete, buries it right in Mom's head. She's out of the equation. Oh, shit. That's too bad. I was hoping to see Barbara Crampton naked again.
Right?
Yeah. That sucks. Now back downstairs, everybody's still freaking out. Dad comes down. He quickly draws the conclusion that they must have been watching us for weeks. They know the whole layout of the house. What the hell's going on? We don't know. Everything's kind of in shambles here for a minute. We decide that, this is basically where we have like a complete freak out moment, because Kelly, Drake's wife, and AJ, or not Crispin, decide they're both going to... Well, Kelly has the full freak out and just hauls ass out of the door. Mm-hmm. She's like, I can't take it anymore, and just opens the door, ducks under the razor wire, and just goes screaming off into the night.
She could have done the car thing.
She could have, but she just decided not to stop running. She's got a great 5K on her.
Right?
I'll tell you right now, she's probably clocking 21.
She probably would have got further if she wasn't screaming.
That and some better footwear. Proper
that too.
hydration helps also.
Right.
You know, you want to do like some anti-chafing stuff. That helps also. I'm just putting it out there, but she's on a roll. She just takes off screaming into the night. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh shit, we should go after her, and like Crispin's like, yeah, I guess I'll go after her. I guess. I mean, we know where the razor wire is. If anybody's out there, they're probably chasing her down right now. So why don't I go ahead and go get in the car and take the fuck off and try to get some help? So off Crispin goes. While that's happening, he's just not gonna be part of the equation for like another hour.
Right.
Yeah. While that's happening, we're going to cut upstairs. Dad goes upstairs and finds Mom's dead body. Mm-hmm. This creates a big freak out for him. He pokes his head into one of the closets, and he sees in there like a bunch of bottles of water and a bunch of other bottles that presumably have piss in them.
Piss, yeah, like they're living in there for a minute.
So yeah, it feels now like our home invaders were probably there before our family got there, which is extra creepy. Mom's dead, freak right out. Dad's running around screaming, I'm gonna get you motherfuckers, blah 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 blah. Dad comes, like he's coming out of the bedroom, and then Felix and C are walking in, and he's like, they got your mom, and then out pops our rabbit mask, or maybe it's hard to differentiate these guys. Well,
yeah.
One of them pops out, slits Dad's throat, and just Felix is just kind of like standing there like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. So now we kind of know that Felix and C at least are in on this. Because I think, what did Felix say? For real, man, you had to do that right in front of me?
Yeah.
Okay, jerkwad. In the meantime, downstairs, one of the other home invaders comes crashing through the dining room window. And this is where we get to see our Australian Outback Commando survivalist go to work on this motherfucker. Yeah. I think she grabs like a steak knife. He comes crashing through, knocks her down. She does like a kick flip spinny thing around him, like kicks his feet out from underneath him and just grabs a knife off the table and just stabs the living piss out of him until he stops moving, like in the head, in the back, in the neck. He's done. He's done. In the meantime, Felix and C have come back downstairs just to catch the tail end of this, and they're like, "You, my friend, are a psycho."
Right? Thanks for the help.
Yeah, but she's like, "Hey, thanks a lot for the help." And they're like, "It looked like you had it under control there, babe." Scary stuff. But this is when Erin kind of goes full commando. She's like, "Okay, we gotta get away from the windows. We gotta find weapons. We gotta make weapons." She like puts a pot of water on the stove and starts the boiler so she can presumably throw it at somebody if she has to. While she's in there doing that, another guy like sticks his head in the kitchen window and she stabs him. I think it was in the hand or the eye. I couldn't tell. I think it was the hand because I think he like put his hand up like.
Yeah, I think that round was the hand,
and it went right through his hand.
Yeah,
he's freaking out. She's like, "But the water isn't boiling yet, so it's not ready to throw at anybody."
Well, no, it was boiling earlier. She shut it off.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always wondered why she didn't throw the water at him. All right, that makes sense. Everybody's like, okay, what the fuck? Now, while all of this is going on, we have Drake pretty much unconscious because they gave him some pain pills and he's lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
There on the entryway carpet, he's like slowly bleeding out. Now we're going to cut to Kelly, who has reached the end of her 5K. She has made it all the way to the neighbor's house, where the CD is still on repeat and playing the same song over and over and over again. She can see dead Larry Fessenden, but she can't tell he's dead, sitting in the chair. So she's like, open the door, you fucker, let me in. Eventually, one of our other home invaders pops up and punches her through the door, like hits her in the face, and she goes crashing through the door.
Yeah.
And then she looks up and sees that Larry Fessenden is dead. She's freaking out. This guy comes in, kicks her around a little bit, and then he's got like a single bit axe that has the sledge on the other hand, on the other side, and he just tees off on her head.
Oh, yeah.
Boom! Like
Done.
a fucking 9-iron. Kablow! She's
Yeah.
done. She's out of the equation. It's too bad. She had a nice body. Okay, that's pretty creepy. Now we're going to cut back to the house. Drake has come to, and he's staggering around. What the hell is going on? Erin has made her way down into the basement. He sees the basement is open, so he goes down there. Also, Erin thinks that one of the killers is there, so she like hides behind something. She hides, and then down comes Felix. He's like, "Oh my God, you're alive!" He's like, "Yeah, what the hell?" And they're like, "Yeah, man, they just killed Dad upstairs." And he's like, "Oh my God, Dad's dead." And then out of nowhere, Felix starts just grabbing like random knives and screwdrivers and sticking them in Drake. Gah, gah. And Drake's like, you fucker, what are you doing? Felix is like, "Will you just die? This is hard on me too." You're a prick, Felix. You're a fucking prick.
Yeah, that scene was pretty funny.
Yeah. Poor Drake, man.
Man.
Now we cut back to Felix upstairs. He's now like full on in league with the home invaders. Like he gets one of them to take the mask off. They kind of look like meth heads, really. Like the one guy with the beard, he had like sunken in eyes and stuff.
Yeah, but they were supposed to be ex-military.
That's what because at one point he says something about, "I get it, you were brothers and you served, but I didn't know he was your actual brother, but I'll double what I was going to pay you."
Yeah.
Because he's about to choke Felix out because of the one dead home invader. This is my personal favorite part. They go upstairs because they're nervous about not being able to track down Erin. Erin is still a loose part of the equation, and we don't know where she is, and we've seen her fuck some people up.
Oh, yeah.
They go upstairs. They're looking for her throughout the house. Felix just kind of sits down on the bed next to where his dead mom is, and C tries to have sex with him, or Z, and she's like, "You wanna fuck me next to your dead mom?" And he's like,
"Ew,
no."
Yeah,
it's like, you never want to do. She starts taking her clothes off. You never want to do anything interesting. Come on, fuck me next to your dead mom. No.
So weird.
No. Listen, I'm sure there are at least 5 unoccupied bedrooms in this house.
Right.
Pick one other than this one. Closets.
Bathroom.
Bang in a bathroom. I'm sure there's some kind of billiard room or study.
Right.
Kitchenette. I don't know.
Basement.
A lot of different places here, babe, but
Yeah.
not here. Come on, fuck me next to your dead mom. What kind of letter to penthouse is that going to be?
Right.
You nasty. All right, anyway, I thought it was funny. Okay, that's pretty gnarly. Now, in the meantime, we have downstairs, we have Erin, and she is making all these cool weapons. She's taking like planks and hammering nails into them and setting them under the windows, setting like these cool little traps. She's got like a meat tenderizer and some other stuff that she's put together. At this point, though, she heard Felix, or at least maybe saw, but also heard Felix stab the shit out of Drake. So she knows that Felix is part of this equation.
Yeah.
So now we got a big cat and mouse thing happening. Erin's trying to basically just survive, and the home invaders plus C plus Felix are trying to track her down and kill her. So they get into a little fight upstairs. There's like a tussle between her and one of the animal masks. She gets stabbed, or no, she jumps out of a window, and then like in the second story window, somehow in the fall, a piece of glass goes through her thigh. So she's now kind of hobbled a little bit, but she goes back inside. They come chasing her out. She does like a double back move. Everybody thinks she went down the road. She does like a double back move and goes back into the house and hides. One of the few remaining home invaders at this point follows her, goes in through the dining room window where she set up the planks with the nails, steps right on one of the nails and starts screaming. She runs out there and just immediately plays him a nice little tune with that meat tenderizer right on his fucking head.
Yeah.
Kills that dude pretty quick. That was nasty. At this point, everybody hears like the commotion, so they all go back into the house. We get a big fight between...
While everybody was out, she set up that door.
Oh, that's right. The cool Home Alone door axe with a brick on it thing. She's expecting them to come running in, which they do. But she took like the sledgehammer axe, tied a brick to the back of it, and set up a cool pulley thing. So if anybody came through the front door, it would swing down Home Alone style and go right through somebody's face.
Yeah.
That's nasty. That's a nasty way to go right there. That's pretty good. But they instead of coming through the front door, they all come through the dining room windows, which are all shot out. She gets to where she's in the kitchen, and somehow Felix and Z capture her in there. Big fight.
This scene was funny.
This was gnarly. Big fight. She's kicking the shit out of both of them.
It's where she grabs the pan because she turned off the heat.
Yeah, she throws it, and he's like, "It's not even warm." But then she just starts kicking the shit out of him.
He slips on it.
Yeah, but then she starts beating the shit out of C with the pan. He slips and hits his head. She takes a blender, smashes the actual cup part of the blender, and then stabs the blender into the top of his head and hits
With
the
blades. Yeah.
That's a bad way to go.
And then goes and plugs it in.
Yep, that's a bad way to go right there. And then stabs Z on the top of the head with just like a paring knife or something.
Yeah.
Kills her. That's pretty much the end of it. She's walking. She's covered in blood. As she's walking out, Felix's cell phone starts ringing, so she just picks it up and opens it. It's an old school flip phone. And Crispin's on the other line. He's like, "Hey, is it done? Is everything done? I'm sorry I couldn't stay and help. I'm
a pussy.
Me. I can't do violence, man. I had to get out of there." And she hasn't said anything. He thinks he's talking to Felix.
Yeah.
And this is where we get the big reveal that this whole thing was a big scam to kill everybody except for Felix, Z, Aaron, maybe Aaron was supposed to die, and Crispin, and they were going to inherit all the family's money. Everybody's dead except for Aaron and Crispin, and they have like a tense little standoff in the dining room, and Crispin is explaining all this to her, and she's like shaking and covered in blood, and she's just killed about 12 people.
Right.
Yeah, so she's just like, what? And he's like, okay, I know you're upset. Look, this is going to pay for everything. I'm the only survivor now, so it's all mine. Your student loans, gone. Your shitty bartending job, gone. We can be on a plane this time tomorrow to Paris, possibly getting engaged or something. And she's just staring at him, shaking. And
or I go to jail, you get nothing.
Exactly. And he's still walking towards her, being very, subtle and passive and whatever. These are your options. As soon as he gets within striking range, she just takes that paring knife and shoves it in his neck.
Yeah.
Gah! And he's like, what? Why'd you do that? And she's like, why the fuck not? And stabbed him right in the eyeball. Now she's the only survivor. Unfortunately, what she didn't realize is while that was happening, there was a police officer outside, and she's going to stab him again, I think, but then the police officer shoots her in the arm, and now she's crawling, and the police officer's coming around to the front door, and just as he walks in, she's like, no! And the fucking axe swings down, and
boom!
You're next!
You're next.
That's the end of the movie, buddy.
Yes.
What'd you think of this one?
I love this movie.
It's a good show, right?
Yeah. One of my favorites.
I think I see it as more of a comedy myself.
Yeah, it's a horror comedy. I don't think it was meant to be that much of a comedy, but I found it very funny.
Just Drake being such a fucking dickbag.
Yeah.
Z also with her, little being the fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
That's probably what you would expect from a very rich family, right? Entitled kids,
fighting over money,
fighting over everything because they hate the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
One pilled up mom trying to keep everybody on a leash. Poor dad who's just trying to pretend he has a normal family for one fucking night. Oh, and it all goes to shit. Great show. You can stream this on Tubi if you're interested in Mates. I'm sure you've already seen it, but I think it definitely bears watching again.
Oh, yeah.
Check that shit out, man. Why don't we take us a little break, buddy? We'll come back with some other stuff.
Sounds good.
Oh, mercy.
Hey, inmates. If you like what you hear, head over to the Padded Room Facebook group and support us through the Patreon link with a small monthly donation. Check out the T-Villain link at paddedroom.podbean.com and grab some t-shirts. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of the show.
And we are back, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. I bet you thought we were going to do a home invasion 3 on a meat hook, but you're wrong.
Three on a meat hook.
We're not doing a meat hook. No, I'm just kidding. Let's do 3 on a meat hook there, jerkwad.
Yeah.
This week's meat hook, top 3 shittiest families in horror movies. Now, that can mean a lot of things. It could be a family that is shitty to other people, or a family that's shitty to each other, or just a shitty family, or a family that smells real bad. You can take this a lot of different directions, buddy.
Okay.
Now, I took it to interpret like families that
Within.
are shitty to each other, kind of a thing. That's where I went with it. All right,
Me too.
how about number 3 there, fella?
Rosemary's Baby.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's more of a couple, but if
it's a shitty family. The aunt, what she was doing.
Yeah, there is the aunt also. I cannot get into that movie, man. No matter how hard I try, it's just too fucking boring.
I'm sorry.
I don't get it. I'm not smart enough, I think, is what the problem is. I don't understand all the nuance or whatever. My number 3, the Grams.
The what?
The Grams.
Never heard of that one.
From a little film called Hereditary.
Oh. I was thinking that was the name of the movie.
No. The name of the family is the Grams. A lot of problems here, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on. We can start with a mentally unhinged mom who probably needs to be medicated and is working through some severe issues regarding to the loss of her mom, who, for all intents and purposes, appears to be either be abusive or a part of a demonic cult, or both, for that matter.
Right.
And then we have we're gonna put another scoop on top of that with the loss of the young sister, which is going to completely shatter the family. And then we have a spontaneously combusting dad, who, for all intents and purposes, seems to be the only guy trying to hold it together.
Right.
That's a shitty family, buddy. That family sucks.
Yeah.
And you're waking the kids up by throwing gasoline on them every night. That's a bad way to wake the kids up.
Yeah.
I like to go in there and just give them a little nudge. You know, hey, time to get up. Let's go to school.
That's right.
Don't throw gasoline on them. What's the matter with you?
Get up or I'm going to light your ass on fire.
Fucking burn you and see how fast you get in the shower after you're on fire. How about number 2, big fella?
The movie Get Out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shitty family. But I will say they all seem to be driven towards the one purpose.
Yeah.
And it's a shitty purpose. You can't be transplanting brains in people.
No.
That's unethical. It's generally frowned upon in good society.
Right.
But they worked together. They had good teamwork.
Yeah.
Whole bait and switch thing. My number 2, the Whites. Carrie White.
Yeah.
And her
I thought about that one.
batshit crazy mom. Single mom, teenage daughter. That by itself sucks. Then you add the religious zealotry onto it. You know, you have the coming of age story with Carrie. Boys are starting to get interested. You're a religioso nutbag who is basically imprisoning her in the house and completely failing to let her have a normal teenage existence in any way, shape, or form. And bad news for you, she's got telekinesis. And she can fire it off like a nuclear bomb. So look out for that, sweet pea. All things considered, I think Mom probably died the least bad in that movie.
Yeah.
She got pincushioned, which sucks.
Yeah.
But that's better than Immolation, I'd say. Yeah. I don't know. I think both suck, but if I had to pick between the two. All right, buddy. How about number one?
A movie we just watched. You're next.
That's a shitty family.
Yeah.
They're backstabbing each other. They're hiring meth head mercenaries to come in and kill off everybody.
Yep.
That sucks. And they're just a bunch of rich pricks. I would put them in my honorable mention. And if we're in the rich prick category, I would also include the family from Violent Night.
Oh, yeah.
They're stealing bazillions of dollars in international schemes and defense contracts and things like that.
Yeah.
And Beverly D'Angelo is still kind of hot in a weird, milfy, porny kind of a way. Got a filthy mouth on her, too, which makes her even hotter.
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
I don't know, I'm a pervert. I'm a pervert, man. That's a shitty family. My number one is going to be the Wilsons from a movie called The Loved Ones.
Oh.
Now that, I think, is a prime example of how you can love your kids too much. You know? I love my daughter very much. Do just about anything for her, but I will not go kidnap a boy from school and drill a hole in his head. Multiple boys, if you look at what was underneath the house,
Right.
apparently.
Yeah.
That's a little wacky, dude. That's going a little too far. You can have a good family. You can love your family too much, I think. If you're doing shit like that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
too much, bro. You got to dial it back. Drilling holes in people's heads. God. That is the meat hook for the weekend, mates. Top 3 shittiest horror families.
Yeah.
Feel free to take some creative liberties with that. We would love to know what your thoughts are. Mental health hotline is area code 775-387-0275. Or you get us on the regular old email. Just go to mail@paddedroompodcast.com. We are going to reserve the right to make fun of you. So be prepared for that.
Be ready.
Especially if you have a bunch of dumb answers. So, it can't be any worse than Buddy's. Buddy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about most of the time.
It's true.
He's wrong. He's always wrong. In the meantime, we're going to tell you what movies we got to watch in a little segment called What Are You Looking At?
What are you looking at?
So I watched that new Lee Whannell Wolfman movie.
Yeah, I did too.
You did too?
I watched it right after the other movie.
Yeah, okay. Well, what did you think?
Nothing like I was expecting it to
Me neither.
I didn't realize we were going love story.
Yeah, I guess we did in a weird way. To me, it felt much more like a infection movie.
Yeah,
You know?
I could see that. Because he didn't go full on like wolf.
I mean, even the guy that was full-on wolf wasn't full-on wolf.
No.
He was just
Still
kinda,
humanish.
Yeah, he had like big teeth and he's kind of hairy and ugly, but he looked much more like the Lon Chaney Wolfman than like a Howling.
It's like a farmer wolf.
Yeah, it's not a bad show, but if you're, I even struggle to call it a werewolf movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's just like this. He's
like a hybrid.
almost like a zombie, kind of,
Yeah.
in a weird way, or like he basically turns into one of the guys from Wrong Turn. It felt like. I don't know, man. I guess I liked it.
I liked it. It's nothing what I was expecting.
No, me neither. And in the spirit of the quote-unquote wolf man, I suppose if you want to look at it as a wolf man story, it's probably a lot closer to the source material.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a tried-and-true werewolf movie, this is not it.
No.
This is family drama, kind of infection drama. I really liked what they did when you saw it from his perspective.
Yeah,
And they
that was
did
pretty
that,
cool.
that thing with the colors.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty dope. I'll give it a thumbs up. I'll probably buy it. It's interesting. It's a new take.
It is
I
a
would
new
say.
take, yeah. Yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah, I watched that, and I watched, it's streaming on Peacock right now if anybody wants to check it out. I watched that, and then Buddy and I and his family went to the movies and saw Until Dawn, 2025. What do you think of that one?
Not a bad show.
Pretty good. There is one dumb thing, and the more I think about it, the dumber it gets.
Which part?
The thing with the water. That's kind of dumb, dude. I mean, the first time you see it, you're like, "Oh, fuck, what the hell?" Mm-hmm. But by the third or fourth time, you're like, oh, "Okay, but how does that even make sense?" You know what I mean? I mean, really, it's you can't do that. But it's cool. It's definitely gory. The concept is there. Has very little to do with the video game at all. But if you're looking for like a movie adaptation of the video game, this is not it.
It's almost like what they tried doing was like a prequel to the game.
In a weird way, except for Peter Stormare's character, the Doctor, he's in the video game.
Oh, he is? Okay.
So unless they have a way to make that make sense, because at the very end of the movie, I don't want to spoil this, but you get to see the start of the video game.
Yeah.
In a weird kind of Easter eggish kind of thing. But the Doctor, played by Peter Stormare, is also in the video game as the Doctor, and he does something very similar in the video game. It's a good concept. I like it.
Yeah.
If they make another one, I'll check it out. Mm-hmm. But the water thing is kind of dumb. It feels very lazy to me. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we got to kill him off again. How are we going to do it? Oh, we'll just have him. Okay. How are we going to do that? Water.
Yeah. Well, it was nasty looking water when he turned it on.
Well, yeah, but he let it run for a while and it looked fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. The more I think about it, the dumber that is. It feels very lazy in a writing. Do that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It looks cool, though.
I give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up, too.
It was entertaining.
It was. It was very silly. There is some cool stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
I really like The Witch. The
Witch
zombies
really
were
cool.
pretty dope. When we get into the haunted house mode, that was pretty dope too.
I liked how every time they went outside, there was a different scenery.
Oh yeah. I'd like to spend more time out there because you remember at one point they poke their head out and there's like a carnival going on.
Yeah,
that was pretty sweet, but we never got to explore that. Really.
No.
All right. Anyway, that's all I'm looking at. You got anything else, buddy?
Yes. I was able to check out more of Black Mirror.
Okay.
Saw with a new season. Saw number 4 Plaything that Dusty was talking about. He was kind of raving about that one.
Okay.
And that's the video game one. So
yeah.
At the very end of that, I took a snapshot of the screen and sent it to you guys. Mm-hmm. You can actually download the video game that they were playing on it. And it's pretty dope. It actually has that whole DOS, like, pulling out, just like it was back in the 90s.
Cool.
And in this game, they do the same exact thing. And you actually feel like you're playing the exact same one that was on the show.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's really cool.
Nice.
The other one was episode 5, Eulogy, off of Black Mirror. Mm-hmm. That was a really good one. Pretty sad. The ending, it was like, oh, shit. But definitely worth a watch.
Okay.
I got one more to go on it, but I haven't watched it yet just because Dusty was saying it was like the other Star Trek one from one of the original ones.
Yeah.
I want to watch that one first and then go back to this one because I don't remember a whole lot about it. I just didn't care for it. So I'm like, okay, well, since they're doing another one, I'll go ahead and check it out.
Right on.
And that was it. That's
okay.
all I got to check out.
Very cool. I guess it's time for some immersion therapy then.
Yeah.
Immersion therapy.
I completely forgot how hot Christy Alley was.
Oh, man.
In the late 80s, early 90s.
That was like her prime.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
That part where they're like debugging her and she has to keep taking things off.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We're talking about Runaway from 1980 something, starring Tom Selleck. It's a good show, man. It's more like I don't know if I call it a horror movie, but it's kind of like a dystopian. Everybody's got a robot, and now the robots are fucking lawnmower bot goes crazy and kills the family.
Uh-huh.
So you need a specialized police unit to go in there and defuse the robot.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
It is.
Yeah. Gene Simmons. I felt like they gave him directions to just be himself, and thus he acted all creepy all the time.
Yeah.
Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're going to stick your tongue out at me, you big crazy bastard. Get out of here.
Holding a guitar.
Yeah. Drop the gun! Stupid. It's a good show, man. I've seen it 150 times. What do you got for us this week, buddy?
All right, well, courtesy of Tom Hardy, let's check out 2023's Here for Blood. This is about a girlfriend that's swamped with college exams. Pro wrestler agrees to cover her well-playing babysitting job. What starts off as an easy night quickly spirals into bloody chaos when a murderous cult comes to abduct the child. And you'll find this gem on Prime and Tubi.
Ooh, yeah, let me tell you something, murderous cult.
That's right.
What you gonna do? Gotta get through me. Stupid. Check that shit out, inmates. We'll do the same and compare notes next week.
All right.
Now it is time for a round of Who is Daddy?
Who is Daddy?
First, my clues from last week. I am a 12-year-old kid. Well, I don't know, 8 to 12-year-old kid whose father just passed away. Mom just inherited a big creepy house, so we have to move in there because we're kind of financially unstable at the moment. And goddamn, if there isn't a bunch of creepy little dudes running around the place, they're pretty creepy looking, and at first I thought the place was haunted because they're moving shit around and stuff, but then I got to know these guys, and they're actually not that bad. I am, of course, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, buddy.
Yeah.
Kicking off Guillermo del Toro month next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Who might I be this week, you ask, though?
Ooh.
Well, I am a wizard, buddy.
Whoa.
I am. And I am actually kind of a retired wizard, but I still have my wizardly library with all my grimoires and all that stuff, so I can still do magic.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my little friend just flew into the my castle here, and goddamn if somebody didn't turn him into a bird. Who the fuck is out turning people into birds? I'm the wizard of the area here. I guess there's a new wizard in town, and now I got to go battle his ass to turn my friend back into a human being. I can't tell you the name of the bird because it's kind of in the title of the movie. But, yeah, now I got to go battle this fucker, and he's going to put some magic on me. I'm going to use my magic on him. Also, he has a young, very talented actor who I guess is his manservant. And he's using him, and now that son of a bitch is talking to my daughter, okay? I don't know if I approve of that to start with. He seems like a decent kid, but that's my daughter, man. I can't. Okay, I'm going to have to go lay the law down on this wizard and his manservant and get my friend turned back from a bird. Son of a bitch. Who might I be? You asked. Tune in next week, and I'll drop some knowledge on you, inmates. In the meantime, I think that's about going to do it for us. Thank you very much for joining us, inmates, as usual. Like, comment, subscribe wherever you found this show. That helps our visibility quite a bit. Do have a campaign running over at Patreon. Just head on over to paddedroompodcast.com. You'll find all the links you need there. T-Villain links, fucking email links. That's your one-stop shop of how to find out what I look like in my underwear. If that's what you're into. Or you could just ask me. I'll send you a picture. Don't get your hopes up, though, okay? I don't know if you're... What your impression of me is, but I'm going to disappoint. So,
what is it, dirty underwear?
It could be, and I haven't been working out as much as I should have. Should probably take a look at my diet, but all right, enough about that. Join us next week for Devil's Backbone, kicking off Guillermo del Toro month here in the Padded Room. In the meantime, for Dusty and Absentia, Buddy, who is here, battling wizards, fucking wrestlers who get roped into babysitting gigs, apparently, rogue robots and the damage they can do, Gene Simmons when he wants to be a prick, home invaders, of course, and the drugs that they may or may not be on, and the people who may or may not have hired them to come into your home.
Alley in her prime.
Ooh, a young, supple, very busty Christy Alley. And the Padded Room Podcast. I'm afraid visiting hours are over.
Bye, and have a great week.
Put my